This is Victoria Valentine coming to you from Crossville, Illinois, and the home of Strictly Insane Pro Wrestling. Ever since Ringside Rivalries began visiting SNPW, it has been apparent that their hardcore championship has had tensions on the rise.
It all started back this past March, when Madman Pondo announced his temporary hiatus from the Crossville Bay Squared Circle. After addressing the crowd of his adversaries, the former champion laid his title, or actually himself, down in the ring, leading to a dramatic yet effective attempt to accept defeat from his fellow Insane Empire member, Nick Depp. Unfortunately, Depp's title reign was short-lived, and the gold was ripped from his grasp by the cash-in of the Straight Shooter Lunatic Chase Nalley and his contract in the suitcase. Unable to immediately take part in a rematch, Depp placed a bounty on Nalley in hopes to recapture the Hardcore Championship sooner rather than later. And who, you may ask, was the first to step forward? Well, it was none other than the Unforgiven, Leo Grymm. Unsuccessful in securing that bounty, Grymm blames luck and a cheap shot brought on by the champion. But he did have some final words to share.
Today marks a new day. I am Unforgiven, and I am one of the most dangerous specimens that has ever stepped foot in that squared circle. And soon, I will have the whole wrestling world in the palm of my hand, sinking my claws into it. And I will leave the scene grim.
With patience wearing thin, the determined Depp returns within only a week's time to bring the title back to what he believes is the rightful home. However, neither competitor could have ever imagined the brutality that transpired. Although it appeared that neither would fall, it was Depp's aspirations that would succumb to its dreadful fate by friendly fire.
The Straight Shooter Lunatic caught up with me after his match and had a few choice words for the Insane Empire.
All I gotta say for Nick is that on June 1st in Evansville, Indiana at the Dream Center, you're not gonna be walking away with my gold. You sure as hell ain't giving it back to Madman Pondo. He isn't even rightfully hardcore enough to hold this title, and neither is Nick Depp. So he's gonna need a lot more than the little rat army that he has behind him to try to take this gold from me. So, count his days. They're very limited.
With Pondo's return looming, it is difficult to tell how the rest of the story will unfold. But if anything is guaranteed, the show on June 1st in Evansville won't be anything less than insane. This is Victoria Valentine with Ringside Rivalries. We'll see you soon, and let the insanity ensue.
Find us on Facebook and YouTube. Like, subscribe, and comment.